Good evening, everybody. I want to sincerely appreciate everybody for being so consistent with this training. This couldn't have been possible if not with your support. I appreciate everybody. For those people that have been coming for this program, I want to say a very big thank you and I appreciate you all. God bless you all. For those that have been watching the recorded video, I still appreciate you people greatly. And for those that have been reading the PDF, I sincerely appreciate you. I just want to use 1 or 2 minutes to just like probably like 3 minutes to share some things with you and talk about the advanced class before we start. Class, I want to tell you that the advanced class you are going for, which you have been announcing since Wednesday, is very, very important because when it comes to trading, it is a key factor for you to know how to trade. Now, these are the major advantages. Number one, you would not, after that advanced class, you will not be giving anybody money to trade for you. Number two, you would not be aiming for people's signal to trade. See, let me tell you something tonight, people. I trade for people. I have a signal group. In that signal group, what those people they even pay in that signal group is even more than what they pay in the advanced class, or what anybody can pay in the advanced class. Are you with me? Now, I see this advanced class as a means of this training, as a means for everyone to have a good idea of Forex. Let me just share you 1 or 2 things on an experience a student of mine showed me today. Mr. Victor, are you there, please? Once you're by me, I always want to be sure that, Mr. Victor, you can mute yourself, please. I always want to be sure that I have participants who can also see what I'm saying, so that when people are reading it, it will not look as if maybe I'm forging stories. Mr. Victor, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself.
I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, sir. This was actually a student that had a training with me. In fact, for you to see that I'm not lying, this student, let me show you my latest advanced class. You can see these are 8 participants, and this is my latest advanced class. You can see, for you to know that it's truly the latest, the date on it is January 14th. Now, look at it. There's a student called John Ade. This same guy sent me a private message today, and we started discussions. There was a part the guy came to. He said, if you look at my screen, you see technical indicators. This guy said he has all these are the materials this guy has been reading in Forex. Price action strategy. Mr. John, can you see it, please? I want you to be, you know why I told you to unmute yourself, so that you can also back me up on some of the things you are saying. Can you see it, Mr. John? Now, these are materials the guy has been reading. But the guy said something that was key. This is Bollinger Band. The guy said something that was key. He said, with all these notes and lessons, Mr. John, please, I'm sorry. Can you read this part for me, please? I'm so sorry. I'm sure the man has a network problem. Okay, Mr. Jami, are you there? Yeah, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, can you help me with what you can see there, sir? The reason why I'm doing
with
this,
all those,
okay, I'm with you. Go on, sir. Go on, sir.
With all those blessings, I was still not as profitable as I wanted until when I started trading PA. But just I didn't trading the gate open a lot to me. Thank you.
Can you see? The guy has a lot of materials. He also went as far as saying some things. Can you read this, please, sir? I'm so sorry I'm disturbing you. I'm sorry.
Your lessons was concise and direct, not a theory-based approach, but not rather practical-based training. Thank God that I trusted you and joined the training group.
Can you see, sir? There was something this man also said. Please, I'm so sorry for disturbing you, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, just please, can you hear me? This is the last one for you, sir. I'm sorry. From the okay, sir. From the okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Do you have graduating group for your students? Your course a good refresher. Courses and good from my side. You are genius, bro. I thought I had idea about how to use indicator, but at last I gained from all this.
Thank you, sir. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. I'm so sorry for disturbing you. Now,
No problem, no problem.
yes, sir. If you look at the date on when this thing was typed, January 14th, we had this chat this afternoon, and today is January 14th. Plus, I think I have tried my best to make sure I make all these announcements and all of that. I really tried my best. So please,
Okay.
it's a big advice for everyone to try and participate in the advanced class. What is the fee we are talking about? We are just talking about 10,000 naira. And that 10,000 is going for 2 weeks. And the date for that money is actually, for that training is actually 17th of January. And the training will end 31st of January. Please try and key into the advanced class. I know God Almighty will provide for everybody. I know it is not easy, especially now we are in January. That is why everybody must strive to learn a good skill this year, so that when you have a good skill at your hand, you'll be independent. Are you okay? Thank you so much, class. Thank you, Mr. Jamil. I'm so sorry for the disturbance, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's start today's activities. The first thing I'd like to talk about today is my myfxbook. Now, my myfxbook class is actually a trading indicator that is used to predict or to manage your account. That is the basic thing most traders do. Do you know that my myfxbook can also help you to predict news? How? Let's say Mr. Jamil has $1,000 in his account. Let's say Mr. Jamil has $1,000. And Mr. Jamil wants to know how much it is to reach 2%. Yes, Mr. Jamil can possibly say 2% times 1,000. Zeros cancel zeros. And this is $20. Class, you know what this means? It means that on a $1,000 account, Mr. Jamil can reach 20%. Either he profits or he loses in the market. And whether you like it or not, class, it's still the same thing as somebody plus 20. It is even far better than somebody who is risking 100% of his accounts. Now look at it. This is $1,000, $1,020. And this is minus, and this is $980. Can you see that? Assuming Mr. Jamie has reached $1,000 of his account, he would have regretted it. Now, how can you get this on my myfxbook? Just come here, go to home, go to Forex calculator, go to position size calculator. Let's say Mr. Jamie wants to trade GBP USD. So for GBP USD, his account size is $1,000. He's risking only 3%. Now, let's say what peak is the man assigning to? Let's say probably 50 pips. So do you know what this means? This, if we click on calculate, you can see that Mr. Jamil can risk $30 out of his $1,000, meaning that he either gains $30 or he loses $30. That's what it means. So now, what else can you use my FX book for? I know, I told you to download some things. I'm not talking about those things you downloaded. What else can you use my FX book for? You can use my FX book to predict the condition of your trade. Let's start. Let's say I come to home. From home, I'll go to economic calendar. So once I go to economic calendar, I would see some things here, like news. The first thing you see here is impacts, the news. So these are events that are occurring in these countries. This other thing you see here is what they call impacts. This color that is like green, orange, you see red now, and red. I always tell my students something that whenever they are reading the news, it is good for them to capitalize on the high impact, because the high impact is always having a great drive in the market. Now, how can you trade this kind of news? Whenever you notice that you have low, medium, and high, the first thing you do, you search for high. On high, you can see that on GPP, balance of trade, high. Whenever this previous, I repeat, whenever this is previous, I don't know what I clicked on, I just think became this. Excuse me, let me check something. Okay, it's okay there. This is previous, consensus, and actual. I repeat, this is previous, consensus, and actual. Consensus is more or less like the balancing of both previous and actual. It might not be so noticeable when it comes to the addition of both and dividing by 2, but it's more or less like a balanced state of both previous and actual. Now, actual, whenever the actual is greater than the previous, you are supposed to buy in that forex market. I repeat, if the actual is less than the previous, what do? You buy that market. But if this actual, which is red here now, you can see it is written here as if it is less than the previous, what do? You sell. So the first thing I'll do, I'll look for the high situation. This is high. Now, look at it. This, I don't want to use minus so that you don't get confused. Then it's a positive value. And if you look at this, you notice that this 0.626 is higher than 0.151. So what does that tell you? That means that since this is higher than, the actual is higher than the previous, you should buy that currency pair. Are you with me? It means since this actual is higher than the previous, you buy that currency pair. Let's take another example. Look at this. Oh, this is a very good example. Look at euro. Euro is 2.7%, and this one is minus 4.6%. Since 2.7 is greater than minus of any value. So since this is greater than minus 4.6, what do? You buy in that forex market. Hey, let's go for high. Oh, I love what I just saw now. Look at high. Minus 2.3 is less than this. What do? You sell. Now, I want to talk about NFP. NFP is called non-farm payroll. And non-farm payroll is actually what the it actually works like this. People trade non-farm payroll. The situation whereby in America, as at 1:30, the market, there will be an actual news that will be released. So if that news is released, that news is more or less like a consensus. If they now predict that the economy of America is great, what happens? It means that for the actual, the value will be higher than the consensus. But if they predict that the economy of US for that moment is terrible, it means that the actual will be less. Okay, okay, I say if they predict that is less, it means that that currency pair, you're supposed to sell rather. You're supposed to sell USD at that moment. Let me quickly explain to you what I'm saying. And before I proceed, how do you trade NFP news? Whenever NFP occurs around 1:30, if you are not in a trade, it is better for you to hold on until the volatility of the market has reduced. You know, at that time of NFP, there will be a high increment and a great amount of decrement. So it's good for you to hold on. Now, once you now hold on, what's the next thing to do? If you now get to like probably 145 or 150, and you notice a major swing in the market, what do? You simply enter that market as a buy. Although in the advanced class, I will teach you how to use your technical indicator to predict that. I will teach you how to use your technical indicator to what? To predict that. Let's proceed. The next one is investing.com. Investing.com is actually a site that is used to predict the condition of the market. That's what investing.com is all about. For instance, look at it. I can come to it. I don't know what's happening to everything is just okay. I think it's better now. I can come here and click on 87.6. I say these are the tips that are asking you for that past 10 weeks. Investing.com is very, very, very important. It's so helpful. Like somebody like me now, who targets only 10 pips in the market, I don't really need to come and be checking investing.com because it will not be of any relevance to me. Because if you look at it very well, there's no value here you see that is less than 10 pips. Or any value that is about 10 pips, no. And you look at where the pips are. So I know my target. Once I hit my target, I'm off. Another thing I would like to talk about here is technical summary. It's also a very important section. So condition is. And that summary tells you how strong the market condition is. For instance, look at my screen very well. You see AUD, strong sell, strong sell, strong sell. Now, let us now go to trading view. And you see that this market is now very, very well. Listen. So that is that. So the selling situation. That was the and from that technical indicator, you can see that that was also showing a strong sell, strong sell, strong sell. Let's check Euro USD. I'm sure Euro USD will be on a strong sell too. Can you see? Euro USD is changing from a strong sell before. Change. Now, let's see a news that will back that thing up. That's what I always tell students. Before you come to this place to pick strong sell, you sell. Strong buy, you buy. It is always good for you to check the news. Let's check the news. Forex. dollar down. So when dollar is down, then it means this currency will be affected like this. Dollar is down. When dollar is down, you have euro USD. So if dollar is down, it means that this is down. This will go as a buy. So you are supposed to enter that market as a buy. Also, you can have the currency pair like USD card. If this one is up, this one is down. Sorry. If this one is down, this one is up. You can enter this market as. Thank you very much, class. This is the end of the training. I'll drop the account details for you so that you can start making your payments. And once you make your payment, send me a screenshot. I would acknowledge it and add you, send you the link to join the advanced class. I want to say something. Okay, I will post everything tonight so that you all see it. Mr. Victor, do you have any question? Maybe about the advanced class or something?
Any question?
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Huh?
I can hear you. I can hear
I
you.
say I didn't have any question. Sir?
I heard what you said. I heard what you said.
The topic you what you have been teaching for the past class is okay. Do I still go back to all those topics you have taught us since first day? Because I haven't able to go through them thoroughly. So I'll still go through them thoroughly and so that I won't get lost when I reach advanced class.
No,
So
sir. You know what? You can even do something like this. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday is a free day. You are not having any. Today is the last day. You can even rewatch those videos.
Yeah.
You get it, sir? Rewatch those videos for again Saturday and Sunday. What do you say? What do you say?
Sir.
Yeah,
I said that's what I want to do, sir. That's what I want to do.
So that when you start on Monday, which is the advanced class, it will be so easy. I'm sure if you rewatch those videos, sir, it will refresh your memory. You get it?
And also, you said something about if you are not able to pay the money at once.
Yes, sir.
So
yes.
What method did you say the other time? I don't remember, sir.
Okay, I said if you cannot pay once, you can first pay half, which is 5,000. You understand? You can pay half, which is 5,000 from now to latest Monday morning. Then, when it is upper Monday, you are expected to balance up because that upper Monday that will be week 2. Are you with me? That upper Monday, that class will be starting, so you're supposed to balance up the money. That's upper Monday. But if you have the money, sir, why don't you pay once? It's better to save yourself from, pay now, pay later. Although some people, I know the scope some people used to use. Some people always want to pay up first. You understand? To be sure that they are not paying into the wrong person's hands. To be sure that I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's what the country has turned to. We have a lot of fraudsters online. But as I speak to you, there are some good people online. Should I share some testimonies, some things to you that will surprise you? I've witnessed a situation whereby the students, they paid for advanced class. Unfortunately, something happened. Unfortunately for that man, I don't want to call his name yet. Something happened. Unfortunately, I think that same week, he even paid on Tuesday, like on Tuesday before the Monday. Unfortunately, the father died. The man was so devastated. Guess what? I was once still consoling him, saying, "Oh, sorry about what has happened." And I told him, "Take your money." I transferred his money to him. Everything. The man said, Daddy, I said, "No, I know now you need this money," and I gave him his money. Are you with me? There was also a situation of a girl that did advanced class through me. The girl now did advanced class. She now wanted to pay for the younger brother. Oh, that lady. I'll try and contact her. So what happened was that week, she now paid down for the brother. She paid 20K for herself and for the brother. But unfortunately, that week, something happened. I couldn't hold advanced class that week. So I now told the girl that, please send your account number. Let me send your money back to you. You are not going to hold advanced class this week until next week. And she said, no, I said, no, just send it. Let me give you your money. When that time comes, you can pay the money. I sent to her. Guess what? She sent it back again. So it's all about making a trial in life, sir. Are you with me? If I have your number, Mr. Victor, if you make that payment now, I'll be going to call you and I'll send the link to you immediately. In fact, I always do something. Whenever people pay into my account, I always like to send the link to them immediately so that they'll not start having another thought in their mind. You get? So it's just good for one to be genuine. Sir. That's one thing I never like. You understand? So that's it.
No problem, sir. No problem, sir.
Yes, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
All right. So see you in the advanced class. Yeah. All right. So
Okay, no problem, sir.
all right. Take care of yourself, sir. All right. So thank you very much to everybody. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, bye.
See you all on Monday. Bye, sir.